everyone, it's Alissa from Planet Alissa with this week's What I Sold on Etsy video. And the good news is it has been a better week than it was last week. I didn't meet my sales goal of $200 in gross sales on Etsy for the week, but I came close enough that I'm happy. I sold $180 worth of stuff this week. I think that was 11 items in total that I sold. So I'll go ahead and show you in just a bit each of those items. First, I'll show you my screenshot of the stats for the week, and then I'll show you each of the items that sold and what they sold for. And those prices are just the selling prices of the item, doesn't include any shipping fees that were paid by the buyers, or fees that I paid to Etsy, or fees I paid to purchase the item, but gives you an idea of pricing and such for Etsy. So without further ado, here are my stats for the week. So here's the shop stats. I had 2,435 views, most of those being listing views, about split, I guess, between listing and shop views. 148 favorites, most of those were listing favorites, and 11 orders for a total $180. We can see the chart below showing when things sold. Things did pick up towards the end of the week, but the beginning of the week was Memorial Day weekend, so I didn't really expect that to be a busy shopping time. And now I'll show you each of the items that sold. So Deja Vu, this is the first item that sold this week. It is a mini souvenir pennant from the state of Louisiana. It was an international order. This sold for $8. And I have sold this pennant before. I've sold it at least once before, I think now twice before, and believe it or not, I actually have more available. This was something I picked up at an auction, and I got a bunch of them. I don't know if it was somebody that had like a store or what. I don't know why they had these stockpiled, but they did. Then this is a small needlepoint kit. It's to make like a birth announcement type thing for a new baby, gender neutral with its teddy bear theme there. It sold for $12, and I do not remember where I picked this up. Sold a couple of ashtrays this week. This is the first one. It is a souvenir ashtray from the Sands in Las Vegas. It sold for $10. And this ashtray and the other one that sold are something that I picked up not too long ago, like a month or so ago, probably almost 2 months now, at an auction in like a box lot just full of ashtrays. Then I sold this new old stock scrapbook. It sold for $20. This was a spiral bound scrapbook, which was still sealed in its original plastic wrapping. This was from, I remember these from when I was younger, like late 1980s, early 1990s. This was like part of that Super Shades line. So the pages were some pastel color. I can't remember if they were pink or lavender or something like that. But pretty cool vintage stuff from my era. And I think I got this at a thrift store. And here's the other ashtray that sold. This one was green glass from the Frontier Hotel in Las Vegas, and it sold for $10, just like the other one. And then I sold this vintage music box, musical figurine, however you want to describe it. It sold for $20. It played, I think, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, which, makes sense with the little kids in their raincoats there. And the buyer actually was buying it as a Father's Day gift because her husband had, his grandfather, I think, or father had this, and it disappeared, and he, remembered it, so it's going to be a gift from his child. So I thought that was kind of a cool story. And then I sold this vintage frog-style vase for $18. It's blue ceramic, and I picked this up, I want to say like a little over a year ago at a barn sale. And then my biggest sale of the week was this lot of 6 hardcover books sold for $50. These all had pretty cool designs on the covers. I think as far as the theme goes, they were just all novels. I don't think they were any other specific theme, but just some nice looking vintage books that I probably picked up at a few different places. And then I sold this vintage letter opener. It's a brass letter opener from the Reading Lumber Company. Sold for $12. And I think I got this at the same barn sale where I got that frog vase. Maybe not at the same time because this is someone who has a sale regularly. I think that's where it came from. Although I have a few different letter openers, so it might have been something I got somewhere else. sold this lot of miniature metal toy irons. The lot sold for $15. These were really tiny ones. I mean, the smallest one was probably about the size of like a Monopoly playing piece iron, and the largest one wasn't too much bigger than that, but each one was a little bit different. I picked all these up in a lot at an auction. Oh, it was back in the fall, but I only actually just recently listed these. I got all kinds of iron things in that lot, I think, and so I separated some of them out, but I put all these four together. Oh, and this was an international order as well, my second international order of the week. And the last item I sold this week was this vintage postcard from Illinois. It sold for $5. It's one of those ones that has like an illustrated map of the state, as you can see, so pretty cool retro style going on there. I think this one was a used postcard that had writing on the back, and I do not remember where I picked it up. Thank you everyone for watching. I do put out these videos every week showing the different vintage items that I've sold in my vintage Etsy shop, Planet Alissa, and then I try to get some other videos out there on reselling and such. So if you like this channel, please feel free to subscribe or leave a comment below, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you again next week, but probably before then. Okay guys, have a great weekend and happy selling everyone!